So I've had a lot of people tell me to check out this guy called Mr. Reagan, and to be honest with you, I was already subscribed to his channel. I quite enjoy it. It's quite, centre-of-the-road conservative, but he's a good host, he delivers well, and he does his research. He's correct on what he's saying in this video that many people have suggested to me that, again, I've already seen. The brains behind Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. He's right. It's just this isn't a surprise. They were incredibly public about what they were doing. I mean, it was a public campaign. Anyone could have joined. And if you followed the Young Turks and Carl Kalinske and David Pakman on a regular basis, you'd see that. You'd have just watched them doing it. Cenk interviewed loads of Justice Democrats candidates. I'm sure he interviewed her at some point. He is the brains behind it. Like the campaign managers, when they say it's like an acting audition or something. No, it's basically like a job interview. Because millennials are corporatists at the heart. Like, they operate, like, everything they do is totally corporate friendly. It's really gross. Like, I have no idea why, and obviously not all millennials when I say this, but I have no idea why millennials are so pro-corporation. I'm anti-corporation, big corporation, just in principle, right? Because I grew up in the 90s, and if you started working with big corporations, then you were a sellout, all right? You were a fucking shill. I have never had to, thank God, thank you people who back me on Subscribestar. I've never had to deliver an advert for someone else's products. It's amazing. I just can't get over how unbelievably gross I would feel doing that. And yet millennials do it all the time. And they work with these big companies. They think this is great. They think this is absolutely wonderful. Like, you watch someone like Cat Black say, "Oh, I haven't had to pay for a plane ticket in years." Okay, corporate shill. But I do. I pay for my tickets because I'm not a corporate shill. I would rather pay for my own tickets and be my own man, which is what I consider the situation to be. Whereas with you've got interests at Google and things like this. You've got to watch your mouth. You've got to be towing that line. But anyway, so yeah, they were very open about how they were recruiting, and it was just basic corporate thing. I mean, they've got it on their website, on the YouTube channel at the moment. If you go to the Justice Democrats YouTube channel, you will see the latest video is this one that you guys are all talking about. None of this was a secret. It's just you don't follow their media, and that's the thing. And I guess this follows on from my criticisms of H. Bomber Guy. I tell people, watch both sides. You have to. I mean, for a start, you end up much more informed because, I mean, both sides have their causes that they'll champion, and you wouldn't know about them if you only watch one side. And so you probably would think that the other side is malicious, frankly, for not giving a shit about, like, your personal cause or your side's cause, and they think the same about you. Like, I saw a video today by Hassan Piker going around where he's literally saying those words. Like, how dare you, you care about, like, he was criticizing Tim Pool, and he was like, how dare you're complaining about free speech on the internet, but did you know X is happening somewhere else in the world? And it's like, no, but then you don't give a fuck about free speech on Twitter. So shut up, Hassan, you fucking remedial. But this is the thing. It's like, you have to follow both sides, and you have to assume that both sides, choose people that you are confident are approaching the thing in good faith, even if you think they're wrong. And this is why I follow this guy, Mr. Reagan. He's undoubtedly approaching this in good faith. I've watched enough of his material so far to know that this is a genuine conviction of his. But it's the same when I watch Carl Kalinske or David Pakman or the Young Turks. They have genuine conviction behind what they're saying. It's just, I guess in the Young Turks case, they're just such idiots. But no, they were very, very public about any of the Justice Democrats in general. Yeah, she was a Justice Democrat. That wasn't a secret. The whole thing's totally public. This isn't a great reveal that the Conservatives think it is, I'm afraid. But it does speak to how you guys need to follow the opposition more closely. Because honestly, it'll make you better at what you're doing. You'll be Ben Shapiro's pretty good at it because he does this. He's had to encounter them on university campuses. He's had to go through the arguments. But you guys can prepare yourselves by just forcing yourself to watch some leftist media. I know that sounds like an awful punishment that I'm advising you inflict on yourselves, but honestly, it's for your own good. It makes you wiser, and it makes things like this far less of a shock. So you gotta go watch some bullshit, I'm afraid.
And then Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, everybody! Yay! Great to have you here on set.
It's awesome to be here. This is where it started in a lot of ways, so.
All right, excellent. Thank you for coming out. I can't wait to talk about these stories. And the lovely and brilliant Anna Kasparian.
Hi.
Great to have you.
Super happy to be here.
Yes. So, by the way, in the second hour, James Thompson, another Justice Democrat, is going to be on the panel. He is running Kansas's 4th district, and he's closing in. Speaking of